Hey guys, it's Cam with Craft and Tailored. We've got another upcoming WhatNot auction. This time it is on October 18th. The auction starts at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I've got 5 new watches that I cannot wait to share with you. We've got some really interesting picks in this upcoming auction. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about each watch that's upcoming in the auction, talk about what I like, give you a little bit of an overview, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to download the WhatNot app and follow @CraftandTailored so that you can participate in the auction. Let us know in the comments below which one out of the 5 that I'm gonna be talking about today are your favorites. First up, I've got, I think, one of my favorites actually. It's a Mido Multifork Powerwind. This watch is from the 1950s. The reference is 3746. It's a bit of an oversized watch in that it is 37 millimeters in diameter. Really cool kind of tucked in crown, black gilt dial, Dauphine hands, really overall handsome watch, and wears a little bit larger. Also interesting that the watch is from late 1950s, early 1960s, and that it is ultimately a 37 millimeter watch as opposed to, you know, a watch out of the era being, you know, kind of smaller. So really cool watch overall. I really love the patina on the dial. There's a little bit of kind of like aging on the dial, and then there's actually like a little bit of texture to the dial, which kind of gives it like this little crosshair kind of effect in the dial, which is also really, really beautiful. So these normally go for around $1,300 on the open market. I would put our estimated auction price at around $500 to $800. Sometimes they go for more, sometimes they go for less. You never know. That's the fun with an auction. But overall, really nice example. Really excited to auction this one off. So let us know what you guys think about this Mido Multifork Powerwind. So that's the first lot. All right, so next up we've got a 1950s Mido Automatic. This is a gold capped watch. Very cool watch. This is 33 millimeters, but on the wrist, I'd say it wears probably more like a 36. Really cool gold capping kind of design. You can actually see the capping if you look at the side of the case. So I'm a real big fan of gold capped watches. I think that they're really interesting and kind of cool, and I like that almost like two-tone bicolor effect that these watches have. Really interesting watch, and this also has a bumper movement. The reference is 16160, but beautiful watch overall. It's got these dagger hands, 369 dial, bumper movement. These generally sell for around $1,100 to $1,300. I would place a conservative estimate on this one at $800 to $1,200. So let us know what you think of this. Really cool overall watch, and really excited to also auction this one off. Okay, so next up we've got a really interesting brand. It's a brand that still exists today, and it's a brand that has been around for quite some time. So the brand is Elisenardine, and it's a brand that has some pretty relevant horological history. It's a brand that I'm not really a big fan of today. It is still in existence, but this is really cool. Elisenardine in the 1970s was producing some really interesting watches. This is just a Elisenardine Automatic. The watch is actually pretty big at 37 millimeters, so it's a nice oversized kind of dress watch, but it's in steel. Date at 3 o'clock. The reference is 10927-2. Really cool watch. I love it that it's got this little kind of Elisenardine case back with a little anchor. It's got their logo. And this is something that I think a lot of people probably wouldn't consider, but also really cool brand from the 60s and the 70s that a lot of people, again, kind of don't consider. So really interesting watch. So following the Elisenardine, I've got a Waltham diver from the 1970s. This is a day-date automatic. Very interesting watch. Case size is 36 millimeters, excluding the crown, but it wears a little bit larger. I'd say it wears probably like a 38. Waltham has done a really good job in our auctions. They've received really good feedback and really interesting results. I really like this watch a lot. It's a day-date diver, which is kind of cool. Obviously, most of us aren't actually scuba diving or snorkeling or going in the water with a watch, so I think that day-date complication at 3 o'clock is kind of a nice feature. I love the bezel on this. It's kind of taken on like this anthracite kind of fade. It's in really good overall condition. The dial and the hand configuration is also really cool. And then the other thing that really jumps out is this orange sweep seconds hand. So really high visibility orange sweep seconds hand. These are typically on the open market for about $1,400. I would place our conservative auction estimate at $900 to $1,300 for this guy on a really cool Mulliquin strap as well. So let us know what you think about that one as well. All right, so last but not least, I've got kind of the gem of the auction, I think, at least for most people. It's a 1975 Rolex datejust reference 1603, so 1603. This one is really special because it is a wide boy. So what a wide boy means is that the markers in the hands are really wide and broad. You've got these cigarette style hands, really broad markers, and then also this one is from 1975, so this is a Sigma era watch. So what you'll see at the 6 o'clock position is these two little Sigmas, meaning that the markers of the dial and the hands are actually gold, and that's what the Sigmas indicate on the bottom at the 6 o'clock position. Really nice overall watch on its original Jubilee bracelet. Case is in really nice condition, but this is an incredible watch. I would probably say conservatively, this is going to sell for about $4,900 to $5,500. The last datejust that we had sold for I think $6,800. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one broke $6,000. Additionally, it is a wide boy and it is a Sigma. Also, the condition is really, really prime on this. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one went into the sixes. But this is a really nice example overall, and I think this could be a nice addition to anybody's collection. So those are the 5 watches that we've got upcoming in this auction. Again, it's on October 18th. Auction starts at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And if you haven't done so already, please download the WhatNot app so that you can participate in the auction and follow along. We've got a lot of great stuff that we're constantly auctioning off via the app. So as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know which out of the 5 is going to be your favorite in this upcoming auction, and I will see you there.